Hello everybody and welcome back to another Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress Seizurefortresses. Yes, you heard that correctly. Seizurefortresses. So, yeah, in our last couple of playthroughs, we've kind of got this fortress sort of off the ground a little bit. I guess that's the southern border that we can actually go to. We're trying to be a little bit more strategic with this particular fortress, being a little bit more careful with our stockpiles, trying to be just more efficient overall with everything that we're doing. It is a bit more of a pain in the keister than it would be normally, but I'm hoping that it will pay dividends in the long run. Another departure in this Let's Play from the previous Let's Play and from a lot of my other games that I've played is that we're not making mugs, we're making toys. We are dwarven toy makers. So we're going to see how that holds up against the mug strats. So I think in our last playthrough, or I'm sorry, in our last episode, we were having a bit of a problem with our brewing. We realized that we were pretty low on drinks, so we wanted to go ahead and start getting some drinks out and going. So right now it's suspended. I wonder why. Let's try unsuspending it and see what happens. Unsuspend. Resume. It looks like... We definitely need some more drinks. For sure. We're currently sitting at 17, which isn't great. I mean, we will be able to trade for some more drinks come the fall when the caravan comes in, but we don't want to be relying on that. Alright, so it looks like they're getting in some plump helmets. That's good stuff. Okay, he is working on brewing. Very good. We got our first group of migrants. They came in, and there were only 3, which that's okay. You'd like to see maybe a little bit more, but our first big wave of migrants probably will come in the next spring. So I think what we had kind of talked about doing was getting our cavern dug out. So this is where we kind of have to throw a little bit of caution to the wind here. Ideally, what we would do is we would not go on this floor. We would go down to this floor, and we would channel out this and this. But I'm a little bit concerned that we're not going to have sand all the way down there like that. So we actually are going to channel out this whole area right here. So let's go ahead and let's get a mining job going. This is actually something I've not really ever messed with before, so let's see. Maybe we can just build... I should have probably done this before in some kind of a test scenario, but I don't know. Just an idea I had after thinking about our tree sitch. Not sure if we're going to have to mine that whole place out to channel first, or if we can just straight up just channel. The big thing I'm concerned about is I don't want to cause a bunch of rock falls. So, we'll see how that works. If they get over here and they stop working, then we'll know we have to mine the rest of this out. Needs unrotten producing plants. Oh my goodness, a thief. Well, that's exactly why we have the dogs out by the entrance. He's right here. He's probably going to run away. No, he is not. He is coming for it, huh? Well, guess what? We're going to draft a squad here. So let's create a squad. We'll just say no uniform. And oh, the carnality of diamonds. And our expedition leader, remember, he does have some military ability. He is going to be the only person in the squad. Let's look at the equipment. No uniform. We want to go ahead and assign to him. We brought a weapon. A specific weapon, copper mace, and we also brought a shield. Maybe we didn't. Did we? I thought we brought a shield. Did somebody else pick up the shield, maybe? Maybe he can't use a shield if he uses a mace. Interesting. Maybe it's two-handed. I don't know. Alright, so, and then we're going to go to squad. We're going to highlight it. We're going to tell him to kill the kobold. Kill the kobold. Where is the kobold? J. Slammin' Snoonod. He hopefully is going to be slamming the dirt pretty soon. So, select from a list. J. Yeah, we want to kill him. He'll just run away, but we want to get him out of here before he steals something. Go get him. Where is he? Where is Slammin'? Oh, he's gone. So he did run away. Alright, so we'll go back to squads here, and we'll just cancel the kill. Okay, so they are channeling. Very good. So we're going to channel out here, and then we're going to go down to the next floor, and we'll channel out again. And what that's going to do is that's just basically going to create sort of an artificial cavern layer that we've created for tree growth, since we don't have a whole lot of trees. Unfortunately, it's not all sand, which is a bit of a bummer. It's only going to grow on the sand. It's the only place it's going to grow. So, yeah. We could like make some artificial soil, but I don't think it's really worth it. I don't really. It's not really something I enjoy doing. I've messed around with making like artificial growing, and if you don't have any soil, then you pretty much have to do that because, you know, the brewing drinks from plump helmets is the way to go. But if we don't have to do it, then I'm just not going to do it. I don't think we really need to supplement that many trees, to be honest with you. But yeah, we do need some tree supplementation because the elves are probably not going to bring much wood at first. They'll start bringing more and more. All right, what's going on down here? So we're still making toys. Assuming we probably ran out of rock pots is why he stopped. It's a pretty good guess. Pretty good guess. If we look at our stocks, we still have about 26 meat, so we're doing okay on food. So there definitely is a lot of sand. Okay, no outpost liaison. Holy crap, I completely forgot to build a damn trade depot. Okay, if we get a trade depot down before they leave, I'm pretty sure we can still make it happen. I've had this happen before where I just dropped everything, built a trade depot, and they still came. So hopefully it'll work out. I've done this once or twice before where I just completely forget to build a trade depot, and that's a pretty bad mistake to make. If we can't trade with them, it's going to make things a little bit dicey. Okay, so the channeling is almost done. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now the question is, do we channel again? Do we want to channel again? Let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. D channel. Now this could go a little bit awry if that is not sand underneath there, but if it ends up not being sand, what we're going to do is we will cancel the channeling. immediately. Okay, see, there it goes. Very good, very good. Oh my god. Whew. Whew. Bullet dodged. I'm glad we saw that pop up, because if we hadn't saw that pop up, it would have been pretty bad. All right, it's not like we're gonna have a ton to trade anyways, but all right, finished goods. Yeah, we only have one bin right now, so we're gonna barely be able to get anything. Do we have any gems? No, we don't have any gems at all. At all. All right. So hopefully we can get a little bit of drink, a little bit of food. Is that still... It looks like it's sand. Yeah. Yeah, it's... I think it's still sand. Yes, very good. Okay, so it is sand. Good. And it's making a slope right now, but I think that should go away once they actually start... Why is it all turning into slopes? We'll see. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to have happen. And then once we find our first underground cavern layer, we will be able to pop that open and trees will start growing here. It's the plan, at least. Okay, he's not there yet. He's eating. He'll get there before too long. Alright, I think since we're actually doing some trading right now, it's probably a pretty good time for us to go ahead and quickly do some more rock pots so that we can brew some more drinks. Once they get done channeling this out, we probably will send our dwarves down to the cavern layers to go ahead and get that process started with the tree growth. Yep. So I'm glad that turned out the way it did. I was a little bit worried about it. He's picking up equipment. Okay. Please come to the depot, sir. Sir, please come to the depot. Nerdstalgic. Paging Nerdstalgic. You're needed at the depot, sir. At your earliest convenience. Okay, he's storing an item in the stockpile. Okay, so maybe we need to go ahead and tell him don't do any hauling right now. No hauling. None allowed for you, sir. You have a job to do. It is trading at the depot. There he goes. So he's coming and he's there. Yes. All right. So wow, horrible. We have 1,300 dwarf bucks worth of stuff to do here, but it does look like the toys sell about as well as the mugs do. So because we only have 1,300 dwarf bucks worth of stuff, and they are going to want some profit, we're going to have to be really picky with what we take from them. So let's see. What are we going to grab here? I think we might pass on the drinks and trust that our plump helmets are going to get us there. Normally I do like to pick up the drinks, but I don't think it's a thing. We're not going to be able to pick up the seeds or anything like I would normally would, or the bins. It's going to have to be food, I think. So we're going to go for the cheap food first. Stuff that costs like 10. Like this stuff here that's 40. No, we're not quite that high budget just yet. Cave lobster, delicious. Plump helmets, maybe. Take the onions, the blueberries. That's all the food they brought. They didn't bring very much. The cheese is simply far too expensive for us. We'll try for the plump helmets. And so what's that going to give us? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 45, 50, 60 food. We can always try to gather around outside and scrape together a little bit of stuff. So right now they do have a pretty good profit. We maybe could snag the wolf liver here and maybe the giant toad meat. Let's try to grab the cheese from them, and that'll give them 900 dwarf bucks. I guess there's really no harm in taking a stab at these 3 barrels of, the problem is if we do this and we make an offer and they refuse it, then we could be in some trouble. So I'm tempted to not push my luck here. I think we just go ahead and trade. I think we're going to be okay on drink. So let's trade. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he refuses. He says, I wish I could take so much but my animals. Oh, because we're not trading. We have excess weight that we're giving them. By 20. So maybe we could go through here and take some of the cheaper stuff off. Unfortunately, that kind of complicates the trading, because if you have to like select them one at a time, the finished goods bin, it'll deselect things. It just doesn't work out very well. Okay. So taking the bin out of the equation actually lessen the weight a little bit. So these things that are like 10 we'll keep. Maybe that'll get us there. Cross your fingers, guys. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Yes. Okay. Woo! Woo! All right. We're okay. We're okay. I never thought I would be this nervous about a first trade, but it just hasn't really went as well for us as normal. Okay. So let's move everything back. No, we don't want to trade that. All right. Our next caravan won't come in until the spring. It'll be the elves, and they don't bring very much anyways, so we'll probably be looking at purchasing mainly wood from them. That's what I'm thinking. We won't get another migrant wave either, so it's just going to be 10 until then. The elves will also bring a smattering of elven food. Won't be much. It'll be something. It'll be something. So we could cook some of this stuff, but I think we're going to sit on it. The reason being, when you cook stuff, it actually... Cooking is good because the dwarves get more happiness out of the meals, but it takes more components. So even though they're getting more happiness out of the meals, it would kind of hurt us in the long run, because we're a little bit tight on food. All right, so we'll unsuspend that. Tell him to get back to brewing, and we can go ahead and tell Nerdstalgic he can haul again. Sir, you can haul again. You're fine. I was just kidding. All right, so let's take a look at our starting 7 dwarves. We want to just kind of like, it's just so weird, man. And even in our migrant wave, 2 more women, 2 more female dwarfs. Only 2 guys in the whole place so far. It's very strange. I have not seen this yet. Granted, I don't normally pay a whole lot of attention to the sex of the dwarves in particular, but so our one guy here, he is a miner. He was. Let's take a look at his personality. He does not easily fall in love. Well, there's quite a few female dwarfs here who might be throwing themselves at you. Can handle stress. He's stubborn. He's not particularly ambitious. He'll take offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful. He's very humble. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. Tends not to reveal personal information. Tries to do things correctly each time. Finds obligations confining. Tends to be passive in discussions. Likes to take it easy, so he's a laid-back kind of guy. Does everything in their power to avoid excitement and stress, so he's just real mellow. Has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. Prefers a noisy, bustling life to boring days without activity. It's kind of strange that he's all like, hey man, I'm really laid back. I don't like excitement or stress, but he likes a noisy, bustling life. He dreams of raising a family. Well, He likes giant white stork leather, lavender jade, iron, porcelain, water buffaloes, scepters, cabinets, low boots, maces, and the color ochre. Prefers to consume sunshine, so he likes to be outside, I guess. Nautilus and ant. Hates moon snails. Oh yeah, me too. I hate moon snails. What about Big White Seth? Does not easily hate. Does not often feel lustful. Is quite polite, somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger, extremely confident, a little interested in joking around, greatly disturbed by a quiet and peaceful existence. Dour as a rule, kind of quarrelsome, dreams of raising a family. Often feels discouraged. Oh no, not often lustful. Quite polite. Takes no pleasure in their talents or appearance. What about Mac? Mac can handle some stress. Sometimes overindulges. Brave in the face of imminent danger. Sometimes acts with a little determination and confidence. Has an active sense of humor. Single-minded. Active imagination. Negative view of those who exercise power over others. Finds the ideas of independence and freedom somewhat foolish. Doesn't see cooperation as valuable. Finds those that deny their impulses somewhat stiff. Considers craftsmanship to be relatively worthless. Well, that's fine. That's great in our armor smith. I'm just gonna go make some armor, but I'm pretty crappy at it. Dreams of mastering a skill. What? Okay. Likes vulture bone, cinnamon grossular, black bronze, limestone, white storks. Lots of white stork love in the house. Catapult parts, backpacks, bucklers, sliver barbs, the color pine green and the shape of stars. Prefers to consume maize beer and giant gray langur. Hates rats. What about Nerdstalgic? Envious, rarely discouraged, calm demeanor but greedy. Sometimes overindulges. Quite confident when undertaking specific ventures. Tends to consider what others think of them. Doesn't cling tightly to ideas and is open to changing their mind. Obligations confining. Enjoys being in crowds. Sees cunning as indirect and somewhat worthless. Views competition as a crucial driving force in the world. Finds those that engage in trade and commerce to be fairly disgusting. This is from our trader. Dreams of mastering a skill. Likes pigtail, fiber fabric, giant backbone, sea otter leather, chrysocala, lead, gypsum, plaster, porcupine men, splints, barrels, soft wheat. The color cerulean. I like that color too. And the shape of gems. Prefers to consume dwarven rum. You're in luck. Asparagus. Your piss will stink. And rainbow trout. Hates leeches. Me too. Those are disgusting. Alright, and then lastly, toasted here, nervous, lustful, ooh, ayo, likes to brawl, yeah, brave in the face of imminent danger, is bold, cruel, so just a very impulsive dwarf. Giant anaconda bones, peridot, I don't really know how to say that. Tin, pyrolusite, crow, spiked balls, earrings, spiked balls, lustful. Kinky. Battle axes and the color spring green. Prefers to consume spelt beer. Never heard of it. Sweet potato plants and sea lamprey. Hates flies. Okay, well. It's quite the motley crew of dwarves we have there. Alright, so is this almost done yet? Just passed out right here while they're channeling. Good work. Alright, so let's go to our, down here, and, what do we want to do here? Well, I guess let's just go straight down. Actually, no. Well, here's the thing, okay? Since we're mining down to the cavern layer, bad things can happen when you pop a cavern layer. I mean, we know this. If you pop open a cavern layer, and, if you pop open a cavern layer and it's open to the cavern and something slips in before you can like take care of the situation, whenever your fortress just starts and you don't have a militia, you can be straight up just boned. It can be almost anything. So normally what I would do is I would build off kind of a hallway and then put a door in the hallway, and that way we could at least lock out things. Now if there was if we had like a Forgotten Beast spawn, those are building destroyers, so they'll just come straight through the door and we're boned anyways. But I'm kind of inclined to think that at this point, if we get down there and something comes up here, then it is what it is. No, I don't want to put an activity zone. I want to do a little bit of up-down stair action. So we're gonna just like go down a lot because we're trying to pop that cavern lair, and we'll get notified when we hit a cavern lair. So the rock pots got finished. How about the drink crafting? We have 12 drink. Did we stop again? We did stop again. Why did we stop again? Why did we stop again? I thought we had rock pots. Do we need to make more rock pots? 10 rock pots. I mean, I'm assuming, we've got plenty of plump helmets. We just bought a ton of plump helmets. So there should be no reason whatsoever why we can't make this if we have the rock pots. So the only thing I can think of is that we ran out of rock pots already for some reason. It's the only thing I can think of. Making rock pots, very good. Make them rock pots. Maybe, excuse me, maybe what we should do is we should go ahead here on the Crafts Dwarf and we should put in a workflow constraint. Since we know that we're going to need rock pots, why don't we just do that? So these rock pots, let's go ahead and cancel all these out. We'll put a repeat on that. We'll hit Alt W, Shift A, pot of rock. See what's up? It says we've got 22. What is going on here? Let's look at plants. Plump helmets, 56. We have 56 plump helmets. Yeah, he's back brewing, so guess nothing to complain about, huh? Nothing to complain about. Alright, so what other workshops do we need to pump out pretty quick? Well, a butcher's shop would be good. We're going to throw the butcher's shop on the surface. Well, or we could make a little annex over here and put like carved fortifications. Like we could put it here, carved fortifications here, which allows for ventilation, and then put a door on it. And then if there was any miasma, it would just go out of there. Something we could do, but generally I don't think that's necessary, since the butcher shop just gets used so infrequently anyways. And the only reason you wouldn't want it outside is if you were maybe having a siege. But if we're having a siege, I don't need to be butchering animals anyways, so that's kind of the way I look at it. Why don't we just put it, like, say, right here? We'll use the diorite. Okay, very good. And then, what else could we use? We're not going to need leatherworks or clothiers. Bowyer's shop's not necessary yet. Maybe a jeweler's workshop. We will be cutting some gems before too awful long. Put it right here, I'm thinking, or maybe across the way. Yeah, it's fine. And then let's put some stockpiles down. So we're going to do 2 stockpiles. We're going to do a gem stockpile here for uncut gems, and then we're going to do a gem stockpile right out here for cut gems. So we'll go into our settings, and we're going to forbid cut stuff and also rough glass. We don't want rough glass in that one. And then here we will forbid out everything but cut gems. Make sure that bins are enabled. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Have we found a cavern lair yet? Let's look. Haven't even really seen any metal. Okay, there's some metal. What is this, galena? Yeah, more galena. Lots of galena. We didn't find our cavern layer. That doesn't mean we could have actually bypassed it and missed it. It's very possible. Let's go down more. We must go deeper. Playing a risky game here a little bit. If we somehow make it past the first one accidentally, and we end up popping that second layer, the chances are much, much higher of things being nasty. Okay, there we go. Expansive underground cave. So if we look, let's go to our unit screen real quick. Ibexes. Yeah, those are on the surface. So let's go back down to our cavern layer just to see if we opened up into it or if we're just kind of like on the edges of it. Ooh, I don't think we've dug that out yet. So we're going to cancel the designations. Do not dig anymore. Do not. No, 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 no. That's a deep cavern. That's a very deep cavern. What's this? What's this corpse? I like to look at the corpses because I think it gives me a pretty good idea of what's down here. There is a corpse. That looks like spider web. Cave swallow remains, cave spider silk. Well, at least it's not a giant one, but I bet there are some giant cave spiders in this cavern. It's pretty typical in the first cavern layer that there's going to be giant cave spiders, as well as regular cave spiders. So there's some water. So if we need to, we can dig a well fairly easily into that water. Yeah. Now the real question becomes, do we have to floor this out? We might have to build a wall there. So here is our up-down stairs. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're going to floor that. No, not fortification, floor. We're going to floor it so nothing can come up through here. Placement blocked. Why is that? Why is it blocked? It's good there and it's good there. But if I do this, it's blocked. Well, fine. I'll just do it one at a time. Gabbro. Doesn't really matter. Gabbro. Okay, so we're going to floor that up. That should basically start our cavern growing things. And indeed, look. I think that's moss. It's already coming in. Yep, cave moss. So our tree farm has begun. Hooray. Migrants! I thought we weren't going to get... It is the fall. I forgot we didn't get a fall wave. So we're going to get a fall wave. Very good. We'll see if we have enough beds. If not, we will get to work building or making some more. What we have, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 18. Looks like, do we need to make a bed? Oh, it's suspended. Okay. Suspended. Somebody was in the way or something. Why are you guys flashing X? New arrival. Ooh, a trader. Okay. Lots of new arrivals. Interesting. This could be interesting. This could be... Looks like right now I'm at 20. That's what I'm looking at in the bottom right-hand corner. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at who we got. So read dwarves. We got 10. So 10 more. Did we get anybody any good? Woodcrafter. Good. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's not like we use woodcrafting a whole lot, but that's fine. Okay, animal trainer. All right. Animal dissection. Blech. Surgery. Good, good. It's good to have a surgeon around. Dressing wounds. A little bit of suturing. Awesome. Another farmer. Can't have too many farmers. Well, actually you can, but whatever. Thresher. It's useless. Some more cookies. Fisherman, cool. Fish cleaning. Did we build our fishery already? I can't remember. A clothes maker, that's useful. Not right now, but it will be useful. Siege engineer, a pump operator. What about military skills? Yes. This guy right here is a talented mace dwarf. So he might end up being like our first militia captain. And he will be perfectly suited for it because he doesn't really have any other skills worth talking about. Yeah, he is an animal trainer. So, and not even the best one that we got. So no big deal there. So we're going to need to make some more bedrooms. So what I think I'm going to do... let's just go down a layer. And we'll just follow the same pattern again. We only need 2. So we'll just do 2. We are going to need some more beds. So let's go ahead and queue up some beds. We'll do 2 beds. Keeping a pretty tight grasp on our wood at this point. Yeah. I said it. Tight grasp on the wood. So we can already see we've got... I have to go down another layer. A tower cap, another tower cap coming in. So that's good, very good. What are these? These brown zircons. Yeah. We could always enlarge this thing too, I suppose, but we might should have done that prior to popping it. It may be a situation now where we can't. Trying to think if I want to go bigger on the farm. I think so. Let's make another 3x3 farm. And this will also just be for plump helmets. Okay. Workshops. Tanner's workshop? Yeah, we need a tanner's workshop. If we're going to have a butcher, we need a tanner. So let's put the tanner over in this corner. And then we'll make a stockpile around the tanner. We'll just make a stockpile around the tanner for, we'll say, leather. What other workshops do we need? Mechanics workshop needs to go up. For sure. So we're going to put it over by the crafts dwarf because they kind of use the same kind of stuff. Both use stone. So we'll put a mechanics workshop right here. And then we're going to have a stone stockpile here. And we're going to want, in that stone stockpile, we don't want any metal ore. We don't want any economic stone. We only want to use this kind of stone. I guess economic stone would be fine, as long as we took the bituminous coal and lignite out of it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do it that way. And then we'll make a stockpile out here, which doesn't need to be too big for, not animals. Hit the wrong button. We're going to disable animals, and we're going to go furniture, siege ammo, and it's going to be for mechanisms. We don't have to worry about like turning off different kinds of things. So we're only going to be making one kind of mechanism anyways, so it doesn't really matter, the rest of it. Okay. So we'll need to produce some mechanisms before too awful long. We're going to want to get a bridge to seal up in case of nasties. We do have a fishery, that's good. Ashery is not needed just yet. None of the rest of that is necessary just quite yet, so I think we're good. Okay, let's go ahead and I want to crank out some mechanisms. So let's do 5 mechanisms. And I want to build a bridge. Not a container, a bridge. No. Want to go across and like this. And now something on bridges, and this is something that I messed up on a lot whenever I first started playing, and I could see where a lot of new players would mess up on this. You have to make sure that you have your bridge going up in the right direction. So since our bridge is going to be facing out this direction, we want it to come back. So we're going to hit D. No, sorry. We're going to hit S. No. X. God. X. Okay. There we go. That'll work out just fine. And basically what that means is that when it raises up, it'll raise up this direction. And once that gets built, we will build a lever when we have some mechanisms and put it in the meeting hall, and that way we can close ourselves out of the world or away from everything else when we need to. Plump helmets all seasons, all the time, 24/7. Plump helmets for life. Okay, we're looking a lot better on drinks, but I think we want to keep on going with the drinks. We want to keep on going. So we've already still got some rock pot job in there. So let's just hold off on that. Do we want to build what? Oh, so one of the settlers must have brought some animals with them, which is great. What did we get? Poult doesn't need to be pastured. Cow, yes. Kitten, billy goat. Yes, and a mule, yes. And then let's make sure, let me make sure, I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to make sure really quickly that auto butcher is on, so that the kittens don't get out of hand. Okay, auto butcher is on. Let me check that one more time. So right now we have a cat, it's male, the kitten is, I can't tell. Let's go to our pet screen. Somebody's pet already. He. So it's what? Very muscular kitten. It's two. So we have two boy cats. So no worries about cat explosion just yet. All right, we have a lot of idlers. Let's build another craft dwarf workshop, and the reason for this is we want to be able to have enough rock pots, but at the same time we desperately need to produce some trade goods. So let's throw down another craft dwarf's workshop right there, and then we're going to put another stone stockpile around it, and we're going to set it no metal ores, no bituminous coal, no lignite, no clay. All right, so we have a lot of people kicking around now. It would be a pretty good thing for us to probably, let's see. Let's just go ahead and we'll have 2 people making rock toys. And this other one, whenever it hits this threshold, will kick in and start making pots. Since we have so many people around, it might be a good time for us to try to tinker with our stockpiles again. So we had to disable some stockpiles down here. So this one was a rock pot stockpile, right? 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 No? I thought. And this is plump helmet stockpile. So once we get some rock pots in here, we can actually start using the stockpiles for this. This is also a rock pot stockpile, but we actually did have everything correct in that. So let's go back up here. And do we have a stockpile set up here for rock pots? I don't think we do. So let's make a stockpile for rock pots. Doesn't need to be very big because we really are intending for it to just be kind of like a staging area for the rock pots. So, all right, well, I think I'm going to put a cut in here, and in our next episode, we're just going to keep on tweaking those stockpiles, I think, and just wait out the winter, pretty much. Try to make some toys and watch our trees grow. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, game on.